is an amazing actor. The outfit weighs 80 pounds and 50 of it is in the head. In front of his face. So it's a lot of work. That's why we made him talk slow, because he was very difficult to move. We're going to show you an alternate, and the other thing I have an alternate of this.
There's a sign.
Well done. Real benefit concept.
Watch your ass.
It's Henry.
In the bear's butt.
Now, many of you guys lust after maybe a Johnny Depp or a George Clooney. I lusted after this man. This man made me insane. He was so hot and brainstorm, made me nuts in a dead zone, and when I met him, I couldn't even speak. I was so much in awe of this guy. So to do a scene opposite him was the greatest moment of my life, and really fun. And I would stop, and he'd go, "Terri, you're going to deliver the lines," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, lust object." Then he would just go, "You used to be my lust object, now you have to be my second lust object because I'm engaged," and he would just laugh. He said, "That's really funny that I'm your lust object. I think that's really funny." And I said, "Well, I don't, I think it's pretty cool." This is a great movie. He's so much fun, Christopher. What a great, awesome person to get to be around. And these two guys, of course, super silly. But for those of you who don't know, Big Al has a thing about grass. The kind you grow on the ground, not the other one. So the head is suspended in front of the guy who's performing it by about 6 inches, so it's very heavy. It had bungees on the back. So he could only wear it for about 20 minutes at a time before he would start to hurt. But you've also seen this actor who does this character in Gorillas in the Mist. He also did Mighty Joe Young. He was the main gorilla. And then he was also the crazy guy in the flying saucer in Men in Black 2. So, very talented person.
And we lost video again.
Now we can find you.
But you program by moving joysticks and levers, the expressions in the mouth, the brows, the enunciation of the words. All of this is restricted by the servos in the head. So Al was so heavy that I had to do the best I could with certain servos because they didn't want to put so many in. So I asked for brows, and I asked for eye blink, and I asked for muzzle, and then I said, "Don't worry about this, I'll make the rest happen." And Trixie, this is my other character. Trixie was one of the most characters I've done because she's a blonde bear. And because she's a blonde bear, all she has to do is breathe and she stole focus. And she was what was called window dressing. They originally, with this song, wanted to do a vignette of them running through fields and smelling flowers and doing this animation sort of montage. But we were so attached to the song and we were so dedicated to make these bears be real that they have the entire song in the movie. So you won't see it here, but you'll get to see it in another video I captured. And as a result, we got to meet the singers for these bears. Bonnie Raitt singing Trixie, and Don Henley singing Tennessee.
I'm all a mess on account of how much I miss you.
Tennessee.
The face was working so well. I was so excited about the take. And then my audio animatronic controllers disintegrated in my hands and fell apart. And I went, ah! but they fixed it. But I want you to look at this and understand the only way these people can see is when the mouth is open. So there's a lot of natural performing. We rehearsed for a month with these people so that we would make the bears. You saw how she took the microphone. So if you watch it carefully, and it'll be again in another scene, you'll see I split the lips just a bit so she can tag that microphone. Because if her mouth isn't open, she can't see it. And we rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed to the soundtrack. There they are. There's some great photos of them. Bonnie Raitt just absolutely fell in love with us, and that was such a flattering thing for someone to be able to fall in love with us in the rehearsal. If you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you see it. It's unbelievable. Country Bears.
Very funny.
Unbelievable.
Very
You
funny.
realize what it takes to make this film. It's the animation involved. There's a scene where the girl who plays Barry runs 45 yards with the mouth closed. So, I'm telling you, unbelievable.
Coast, here we come.
Thought you'd like to see more crazy chickens. Takes 2 people per chicken to operate. The leads do the heads, and then the wings are operated by our wingmen.
There's
The
a story
cheese
behind
was
that cheese.
unbelievable. It was real cheese. Yeah, right underneath there, smelling like cheese. Ugh. The idea is they're 2 foul-smelling birds. We're on the way to California. Now, the chickens are driving. The chickens are crashing. Do chickens drive? How do they drive? You see? So when I show you these and I want you to watch, this is a way of animation secrets that I'll share with you if you're curious. This is a huge mariachi band. They're very, very well known. So this is our Spanish version. And they walk. Hey, this is my favorite. I love doing the shovel bit. This is 2 people doing the shovel bit.
Siempre natural y fresco, siempre de California.
This is wrestling. The chickens decide to wrestle because in Mexico, of course, wrestling is very big.
I went to this shoot. They shot it in San Pedro.
They eat junk food, so they're constantly, they're trying to say they're fresh and natural, and they're not. And Kabbalah means bell. Bell! Bell!
Fresco, siempre de California.
And the loser gets shaved. This is a very rare commercial. This commercial we told them would not work because it looks like the chickens are abusing a baby.
Let's bring them out.
Walking again. Sitting.
We're just a couple of corn-fed Foster Farms chickens.
Really? Let's roll the tape.
Unfortunately, the actress really got into it, and that was my arm in there. And this is another one you can see the alternate of how we did it.
Let's roll the tape.
The actors get a little carried away. And this is Indian the Cupboard. I only did one. That was the Indian turning. That's all I did. The rest was CG. They decided after it was 4 months, and that's the only shoot that's left. But let me talk to you about royalties. I thought, gee, I only did this little bitty scene, and they're not giving me royalties. I shouldn't fight for it, but I fought for it, and then I did the rest. When I won with SAG, the right to royalties, they paid me $10,000 for that itty bitty scene. So never not fight for your rights. Flintstones, brontosaur head. I do this bird, but you can see puppet, time clock. Puppet, bottom half is CG, top half is puppet. This is CG. Paws will be puppet, that's me. And tongue is puppet, that's me.
What'd you use for the slime?
The slime is
Methicil?
Methicil, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I had a glamorous job, I was Dino's tongue. Puppet and then CG. So the puppet allows the actor to have something to act opposite And then the CG allows the animal to run in between scenes. This is what I like about computer generation mixed with puppets or say other animation, is it just sort of locks it down and gives it a solid. Yeah, fish was, I actually did this fish too. He's motorized. You just sort of take a rod and drill. You just go back. So it wants to neither is body strength for the fish. And then the bottle opener. The shower. Take 9 people to operate this one. Eyes, nose, face. This one is 4 people. Wings, head, feet.
How big was that pair?
This dictabird is about like that big.
Oh, wow.
And his neck was really, the head was really heavy, so the person performing the face on that one had a little bit of a challenge. This was the most fun ever. This took 9 puppeteers to operate, and then 2, and then plus me and one other guy on the face. But just to do the neck, back.
Sorry. I think it might be twins.
And then here he's been fired. The Flintstones get money, so they fire the old garbage disposal. And so he's with all the other, and he squeals on Fred and he's trying to hide. And all these people got fired because of his actions, so they're all out. That was in Bronson Caves, which is a very famous cave in California.
Excuse me.
No, Mumsy, I don't want to go to school. The other boys make fun.
Wake up.
So you can see there's someone on eyes, there's someone on feet, there's someone on feet, there's someone on body, there's someone on wings. So we all have to be together or it looks really bad.
And let me share something with you.
No, calm down. Maybe I can reason.
I also did Viva Rock Vegas, but my husband didn't get a chance to put it on here, and I did the octopus that spins in the casino. So here's a walking sequence. You can see here where it doesn't necessarily work. That's why I included it. See how he's kind of floaty. He's a big stick, and so they just give a little bit to establish it. And then we chewed on Elizabeth Taylor. We really did that. Really did get to chomp on Elizabeth Taylor. So here's some behind the scenes you can kind of hear.
And the models of all the Henson creatures and put them together with the
So there I am with the
dinosaur
hair.
design team to the Bronto crane, the neck of which alone was 23 feet long, which moved on literally railroad
So you see
tracks.
everywhere where you see
and
black,
took,
that's all gonna be
about 20
computer,
people
like you
to
saw.
operate, and to move it from place to place, you needed 2 cranes.
This is a commercial for Japan. You'll win big if you can guess what the product is. Any guesses? I'll tell you, I won't crack your brain. It's for a pachinko machine. So I'm Team Zebra, and this is at the Henson shop where we're rehearsing. Head on and body. And we're actually in California shooting this instead of in the Serengeti. So. But the idea was people are so happy that they're together. So this is 4 people to operate the ghost librarian.